Hello, moms and dads, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to the circus.
The Loudini Rock and Roll Circus is approved for all ages.
Oh. From 9 to 99. Oh, it's so nice.
You're listening to Loudini Rock and Roll Circus.
Hey, everybody.
How's everybody out there in podcast land tonight?
Hope they're okay. We're doing good, Loudini. Now make the music. All right, good.
Yeah, you're listening to Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. That is Loudini Rock and Roll Circus.com. All right, Loudini Rock and Roll Circus.com. That's where you can see everything we've got going on.
Yes.
Every Wednesday, a new interview. Every Saturday, a new music podcast. So this must be
Saturday.
All right, so we have a very cool show for you guys tonight. We are going to be discussing the devaluation of music from this article I read on medium.com, Q Point.
There you go.
And I'm looking here. Do we see an author? I'm not seeing.
Let's see if we
if
got
you
that
enjoyed
from
reading this, please like and recommend below.
I don't see him at the top there. Oh, there we go. Craig.
Oh,
Up
Craig.
there. Yeah.
Craig Havagurst. Yeah.
Hey, have a Gerst and enjoy.
Havagurst.
There you go.
Craig Havagurst. So this is from the end of last year. It's a very cool article. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
We have Loudini artist tonight, Ben Coolin.
Nice.
That's one word, Ben Coolin.
Oh, it's not.
It's not Ben Coolin.
Oh.
No, we've got Andy Frasco and the UN.
Yes.
And Ash Grunwald. Ash and Andy are brand new to the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus.
Welcome.
Ben Coolin I got to meet this week.
Oh, really?
And those guys were they were a lot of fun. They were very cool, very fun, upbeat college guys who are touring around. And they got a good record out. They've got a new record coming out.
Cool.
So you definitely we're definitely looking forward to playing it. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Positively Pittsburgh Live Magazine, pplmag.com. Pittsburgh's first internet radio, TV network, online community magazine, and business directory. You can listen to, watch, download, receive emails with the latest audio and video created by the members of the community. Read articles, grab coupons.
You have to grab them.
You have to grab them.
Grab them.
Reach right through the computer and grab them. Find businesses. You can have your own magazine page there. You can advertise there. It's a great place. It's several million strong. You definitely want to check that out. And there's a lot of great podcasts there, including the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. How about that, huh?
Thank you.
And
Pittsburgh.
we've got Pittsburgh Kevin here tonight. Plus we've got our usual features. The birthday shout-outs and This Day in Music. Mm-hmm. But I think we're going to get the show started with Andy Frasco and the UN.
Yes.
This is their album, Happy Bastards. This is called Tie You Up. Andy Frasco and the UN on the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus.
Tie me down. You used to like it rough. Now you wanna settle down. No one said this would be easy. It's so damn hard. When you told me you don't need me, if I don't play the part, I wanna lift us up, take us out of this town. But you said you had enough of us, and I always let you down. No one said this would be easy. It's so damn hard. When you tell me that you'll leave me, if I don't play the part, running away, tie me down. You said you had enough of us, it's a must, and I always let you down. Running away, trying to be somebody, someone. Running away, before it starts. Running away, trying to be somebody, someone. Running away, before it starts. I wanna tie you up, you wanna tie me down.
Okay. There's a little bit of Will Ferrell at the end there with more cowbell.
That's a classic.
A classic. Anyways, not to take anything away, though, from
Oh my
our artist,
God! Let's get back to Andy. Holy cow, man! What
Andy
a great
Frasco and the
song.
UN, and let's tell everybody about
Please do.
what these guys are all about. Andy Frasco and the UN. You can go to andyfrasco.com. That's Frasco, and this is a very cool band.
Yeah, no kidding.
Their sound is kind of eclectic. It's really good rock and roll. It's really good time, fun stuff. The latest album is called Happy Bastards.
Happy bastards.
So it's very cool. There's a blog entry on the front page of his website. So he wants to talk to us about the idea of success and the false illusions that being successful in someone else's eyes will bring you happiness. As I live and experience more, I think that the theory is pure horse shit. Let's be honest. As we get older, it seems to get harder and harder to stay true to ourselves. We start giving up on our independence and join the cattle line right when our peers and elders start ridiculing us. Why is that? We've become so callous from what life has already thrown our way. Are we scared of failing? Do we have such a low self-esteem that we just want to be accepted? Or has society brainwashed us that there are strict guidelines to what a quote-unquote successful normal life is? To me, normal is merely average. It's like in school when we study graphs. We always seem to study, and you have to read more.
Yeah, you have to go.
You have to go
to his blog.
He's got a good blog.
He's got a good head on his shoulders.
Yeah, he's got a good head on his shoulders. Fun guy, funny guy, thoughtful
Great
guy.
musician.
He speaks
Holy
my
cow.
language. Yeah, great music there. That is Andy Frasco and the UN. The album's called Happy Bastards. AndyFrasco.com.
Check him out.
So you definitely want to check them out. We have Pittsburgh. We got Pittsburgh Kevin.
Pittsburgh
up in this
Kevin
place
is here.
And so that's
In the house.
Pittsburgh Kevin is in the house. We're going to get into some Pittsburgh Kevin here in a second. Today is April the 16th.
Yes.
And we've also got This Day in
This
Music
Day
coming up
in
as well.
Music.
Exactly. So I think what I want to do is well, let me see. Where are we? I'm going to try to be more controlled with the time here.
All right,
because
let's do it.
We tend to get completely crazy. Okay, we're 10 minutes into this.
Okay,
and
that's
we've already played an
got
artist.
the first song done.
We got the first song done. I think what I'm going to do is let's just jump right into the devaluation.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do this, and then we'll do a song, and then we'll come back and do Pittsburgh Kevin.
Yeah.
This is an article, medium.com/2point. Craig Havigerst wrote this, so we've got to give credit where credit's due.
Yes.
And this is another very thoughtful young man. And basically, he gets into, he's talking about the how music is perceived in this day and age in light of all the technology and the sort of like the idea that everything should be free, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
And he touches on the ideas of the big hit songwriters decrying their tiny checks from Spotify, and they can't even imagine working in the music environment that might lead to a household name of like Miles Davis or John Coltrane variety. It appears those days might be gone. Now he gives a few reasons why he feels music is so devalued, and I'd like to kind of touch on some of these. I won't take up too much time. The first one is death of context. And what does that mean? It's like digital music ecosystem starting with Apple's iTunes reduced recordings down to like a stamp-sized cover. You know what I mean? You remember you used to get like the album.
Oh, yeah.
And you would sit in your room and
the liner notes.
Yeah, and read all that.
Yeah.
So, as classical music commentators have long argued, these systems do a poor job with composers, conductors, soloists, and ensembles. Plus, They're devoid of context. While there are capsule biographies of artists and composers, in most services, historic albums are sold and streamed without the credits or liner notes of the LP or the CD era. And the constituency of the super fans who read and assimilate this stuff is too small to merit attention from the digital services or record labels. But what's lost is the maven class that infuses the culture with informed enthusiasm. Our information-poor environment of digital is failing to inspire such fandom, and that's profoundly harmful. All right, now that's a good point. Commercial radio. Okay, now see, this is one that's it's an easy target. We can't really overstate how profoundly radio changed between the explosion of popular music in the mid 20th century and the corporate model of the last 30 years. Ethos of musicality and discovery has been replaced with a wholesale cynical manipulation of demographics. So basically, they're just trying to push your buttons to get you to buy stuff. It's not
exactly. It's all
really about
business.
I mean, I remember, I'm old enough to remember hearing DJs, who picked their own music and played it. They no longer choose the music based on their expertise. So there's no filter. There's nobody out there going like, this is very cool, you want to check this out.
Right.
As with liner notes, this makes for more passive listening and shrinks the musical diet of most Americans down to a handful of heavily produced industrial scale hits. Now, media. All right. Now, see, there was a time when the major media like Time and Newsweek and Life, they would put musicians. They would feature like serious musicians. For instance, there's a photo on this site here of the jazz artist Thelonious Monk on the cover of Time magazine.
Wow.
In the 60s, when Kevin and I were both born, mainstream print publications took the arts seriously, covering and promoting exceptional contemporary talents across all styles of music. So that's how Monk ends up on the cover of Time magazine. He says that when he began covering music for a chain newspaper around 2000, stories were prioritized by the prior name recognition of the subject. So art/discovery stories were subordinate to celebrity news at a systematic level. Industry metrics, chart position, etc., concert ticket sales, all that jazz, became the staple of music news. So it was no longer about, so you couldn't have a news item like somebody put out a really interesting album. It was like, somebody just sold out Shea Stadium for 4 nights in a row or something like that, So So the idea that the media doesn't even take the time to really appreciate art. There was a television show on Charles Kuralt.
Yeah,
remember that Sunday
I remember that
mornings?
Sunday morning.
Charles, they would try to delve into the sort of sublime aspects of every kind of story. They would go to small towns and they would try to help you find an appreciation for stuff. And they did stories on musicians of a lot of different kinds of musicians. I remember being a kid and watching that, and they would have rock musicians and pop musicians and jazz music, and classical
blues,
all kind of stuff like that. And that sort of thing just really isn't out there.
No, not like it used to be.
I know.
That's right.
The other thing is conflation. What is conflation?
What is conflation?
A little noticed but corrosive quirk of the digital age is the way our interfaces conflate music with all other media and entertainment choices. iTunes started out by taking software ostensibly for collecting and playing music and morphing into a platform for TV, film, podcasts, games, apps, and so on. This is both a symbol and a cause of the dwindling meaning and import of music in the multimedia onslaught that is our culture. The shiny displays distracting people away from just music are already ubiquitous. Boy, this guy has a vocabulary on him.
He does. He's what they call
vocabulary on it. Vocabulary.
Vocabulary.
We have to ask Pittsburgh Kevin if he can
Down
pronounce
the library.
ubiquitous. Yeah.
He must have went to the library.
He went to the library and looked it all up. He believes that one of the reasons why vinyl and phonographs are hot again is because it's a strictly music-oriented medium.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you can do with a phonograph is
put it on play music. Right.
Yeah. And you have to you sit down and you listen. Another factor that he cites is anti-intellectualism.
Oh my.
Okay, music for decades has been promoted and explained to us almost exclusively as a talisman of emotion. The overwhelming issue is, how does it make you feel? Whereas the art music of the West transcended because of its dazzling dance of emotion and intellect. Art music relates to mathematics, architecture, symbolism, and philosophy, and as such topics have been belittled in the general press or cable television, our collective ability to relate to music through a humanities lens has atrophied. Well, I'm doing pretty good with these, even though there's a lot. I say a lot of words I don't know. I'm
A
just
lot of
kidding.
big words.
Those of us who had explained and had this explained to us and demonstrated to us, we really had it lucky. I mean, a lot of people, he talks a little bit about music in schools here in a minute, but if I can kind of jump ahead to that a little bit, having some kind of appreciation for art for the sake of art.
Right.
And not just like, does it have a good beat, dude? You know what I mean? So there's a whole other side we're kind of starved for.
Right.
Number 6, he says movies and games. We're culture. We as a culture do hear quite a lot of classical or composed instrumental music, but it has migrated from the concert hall to the video game and movie score. Yes. On one hand, that's giving young composers options to make a living, and some very good music is being imagined for these imaginary landscapes. But there's a pernicious, there's one of those words again, effect of the ubiquitous media.
Another word.
It's the ubiquitous media soundtrack, in that whole galaxies of music, ideas, and motifs and moods have been essentially occupied and rendered cliche. How does a young person steeped in the faux, whatever that word is, faux,
Wow.
sauce,
Wow, that's stumping both of us.
I know.
Sostakovich
of a war game soundtrack. Here, that's a Shostakovich.
Oh, okay.
Shostakovich. That's a
Jeez.
composer. You got to work. See, apparently we've been brainwashed too. Okay, so in other words, there's this classical music, and it's like in a game or a movie,
Right.
but people don't like. Because it's
They don't
part of-
recognize it because they've never been exposed to it
Exactly.
before.
Right.
Right,
Okay.
right.
So he says, but he goes on to say, I believe that thousands of cumulative impressions of background music assigned to romance and grief and heroism have laid down layers of scar tissue on our ability to feel something when tonal symphonic music is made or written in the 21st century.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting point.
Yeah.
And then again, we talk about he gets into music in schools, and it all begins and ends here. He says, like any other language, the rules and terms and structure are most readily absorbed by the young. And as music's been cut from more than half the grade schools in the U.S. in a long, grinding trend to push back, the pushback has been based increasingly on evidence about music education's ripple effects on overall academic performance.
Yeah.
The music makes the kids smarter argument. This is true and vital, but we tend to lose sight of the case for the value of music in our culture. That music education makes kids more musical. Those who internalize music's rules and rights early in life will be more likely to attend serious concerts and bring a more astute ear to their pop music choices as adults. Those who care about the future of music business ought to spend less time complaining about digital disruptions and expend more energy lifting up the public's awareness of serious music. That's what we're trying to do here to the best of our ability, because we truly do devalue music when we reduce our most impactful art form to an artifact of celebrity and lifestyle choice. Right? I mean, it's all about what Lady Gaga is wearing.
Right.
I mean, nothing
Yeah.
against Lady Gaga. She is a very talented songwriter and singer, but we aren't so focused on that.
We're not focused on the writing of her songs and the way the songs are constructed or recorded, or even it's all about she wore a meat dress.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and she's kind of like, I don't want to say she's kind of forced into that situation, but because we've been so we have to have something new, boom, boom, right now to
right. And
to
there's
grab
so much to choose from. You have to stand out.
Yeah,
So,
so it's an unfortunate thing. So, something's going to have to happen, and I've been saying this for a long time. And with our culture in general, this is what they would say is a sign of the times, as Prince would say.
Yep.
And we need to start. We need to be kind of aware of this stuff. And there are some people out there who are doing some great stuff, and that's what we're doing here at the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. We're trying to find that stuff that you really got to sit down and listen to, that you're not going to see them on Entertainment Tonight in a meat
Right.
dress.
Yeah.
You're not going to see Andy Frask, although Andy might wear a meat dress.
he might. If we ask him nicely.
Just for the hell of it, he might, you know. Okay, so that was sort of today's topic, the devaluation of music.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great music out there, but it's really going to be up to people like us, the people who like this podcast, the people like Kevin and I, who are like out there digging around and really trying to find it and then sharing it. So please, if you've got a great band that you like, please share it with your friends. Let everybody know about it.
Yes.
You are listening to the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. If you like what we're doing here, if you think this the promotion of great music is important, I encourage you to go to supportindierock.com and check out what we have there. It's a way that you can get involved in helping promote these artists in a real way and getting the word out. Okay. I need a drink.
Yeah, you do. Let's play some rock and roll.
Pittsburgh Kevin's going to be in here in a second.
Yes, he is.
So we're excited about that. This next band is very awesome. They're called Ben Coolin, Bencoolen, all one word. It's called, from their album called The Ben Coolin EP.
Oh.
This is Waiting Room. Ben Coolin on the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. Ben Coolin.
Yeah, there you
You
go.
go to bencoolinmusic.com. Great, very great band. These guys have won. They're very young guys. They've won some regional awards, including out of D.C. They won Best College Band. D.C. has a they're there at Georgetown. A bunch of bands from a bunch of different colleges get together. And they have a little battle of the bands, and they won the best band there. And they play up and down the East Coast.
Cool.
They like playing. They have a deal where they play a lot of frat parties.
Do they really?
And yeah, they said it's absolutely a blast.
I bet.
Yeah, I played a few frat parties as well in my day, and they are.
Are they fun?
In some ways, it's the greatest audience you can have.
That's awesome.
So the band is called Ben Coolin. You can go to bencoolinmusic.com and watch for my upcoming interview with those guys.
Yeah, cool.
On Loudini rockandrollcircus.com. Now, I believe we've got our good friend.
Yep.
Pittsburgh Kevin, and in the house. So is Pittsburgh Kevin ready?
He's right here. He's coming. Come on.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus.
Thanks, regular Kevin.
Children, gather around and listen to Mr. Pittsburgh Kevin.
Hello, children. Do their parents know they're here, Lou? I'm just asking. Hey, Lou. Hi.
Hi.
Hey, Lou. You know me, right?
Who are you?
I'm Pittsburgh Kevin. I should have my own theme song. Anyway, so hey Lou, you know me, right?
I do know you.
I'm the kind of guy that likes to go above and beyond, you know. Well, as long as it means I don't have to do any extra work. You know what I mean? I don't want to put myself out, you know.
Of course.
So listen, so you know how yins guys do like this day in rock? You do that little segment here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So listen to this. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to dig a little deeper tonight. I'm gonna do this thing I call this exact moment in rock and roll history.
All right.
Lots of interesting things happen at this very moment throughout musical history. Okay, you ready?
I'm
All right,
ready.
here we go. Hold on, let me check my watch. Okay, here we go. All right. At this very moment, 1955, Elvis Presley took a bite of his first fried peanut butter and banana sandwich. Right now. That's not what he said, Lou.
I thought that's what it sounded
He made
like.
a yummy sound.
Oh, okay. I
did.
didn't need to find some yummy sounds.
Yeah, you do. So yins guys always got Beatles things going on, right?
Right.
Something's going to happen. Well, guess what? A Beatles thing happened right at this very moment in history. Okay.
What happened?
1967. This very moment in history. Ringo looked at the other three Beatles and said, "Who farted?" At this very moment. That was Paul, because it was him. Anyway,
What did Ringo farted?
No. He asked who did it.
Oh.
Yeah, he said, who farted? Right. And it was Paul. It was Fool that did it. Okay, so in this date, 1970. Listen to this. This is a coincidence right here. This very moment, 1970, Jefferson Airplane was actually flying in an airplane. Is that crazy?
Ooh, wow.
I don't think it's a coincidence.
That's some spooky stuff right there.
No. So this exact moment, Dad, is that you? Yeah, I'm just kidding. It's not my dad. Anyway, so this exact moment, 1976, Peter Frampton asked, "Do you think Peter Frampton?
Oh.
Peter Frampton. You know Frampton. You know that dude. He asked, "Do you feel like I do?" Now listen, hold on now. He wasn't on stage, Lou. He had a bit of the stomach virus, and he was wondering if the rest of the band had the squirts. He was just asking. He was worried, you know.
Oh, okay. Well, great. Wait a minute. I can use my...
We're getting our money's worth out of that tonight. I'm just saying. That's great. All right. So, this very moment, music history, 1952. You ready? Steve Perry. You know Steve Perry, Journey?
Yeah.
Steve Perry was being conceived. This very moment.
Wow.
Please do not play a soundbite.
I'm looking
Please,
for the program.
I'm asking you, just please don't. Speaking of that, hey, okay, so hold on. Let me check my watch here. Okay, right now, at this exact moment, 1984, Tone Loc gave a girl Funky Cole Medina for the very first time. This moment right now. And
Very hard. It warms the cockles of my heart.
The what? I'm just kidding. I know what a cockles is. Anyway, well, I got one more for you.
All right, one more.
1991. This exact moment, right? Dave Matthews sang And he made a whole career out of it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This exact moment in history by Pittsburgh Kevin.
All right, everyone. That's Pittsburgh Kevin. Hey, and you know what? I think I'm remiss.
Yeah?
My name is Lou Lombardi, and I'm sitting next to my good friend Kevin O'Connor.
You are now. I just kicked the other one out of
here. He does a lot of great voices here. He's a excellent co-host with me. And
thank you, Lou.
So,
you sounded like Dave Matthews there for a second.
Barreling right through this thing.
Let's do it.
What's going on with you, man? Anything good going on?
Oh, lots of stuff going on. Okay, so I'm trying to hold back because you want to get through this.
I know. I was like, I felt like I kind of been running over you, and I'm like, oh, there's somebody sitting next to me.
I'm writing stuff down here over here. So we always talk about going out and supporting local music. So. What? You all right there?
Yes.
You okay?
I was getting ready to run out and support.
Oh, I was wondering where are you going? Come back.
Bye,
we're not done. No, we're not done yet. Okay. But a girlfriend and I went to see a friend of ours, Dave. Not Dave. Jeez, oh man, John Platt. Who's Dave Platt? I don't know. John Platt just started playing with a band called The Collisions. It's a local band, so it was really cool to go out, hang out, talk with the band. Shoot the shirt and. Support local rock. So that's a lot of fun. So we keep telling people, go see a local band because it's so much more fun out in a live venue. So there you go.
Where was the show?
It was a place called Brothers Grimm.
Oh yeah. I've been there many times.
Yeah, and a nice little venue. They had a nice crowd. I was very happy for them. So
that's a cool place. Yeah. So get out there and rock hard,
rock and roll.
You gotta rock really hard. Rocking hard.
Oh my gosh. So what time is it now?
What time is it now? You know what time it is now?
It is time for...
It's time for...
This Day in Music!
On this day in music...
Well, so Elvis Presley. He ate peanut butter and banana sandwich.
Oh my gosh, it's really in there.
Yeah.
No, not the peanut butter and banana sandwich.
Yeah, he performed at some jamboree in Dallas, Texas.
Apparently,
also on the bill, Sonny James, Hank Lachlan, and some other people. And you know how much tickets were? 60 cents.
Oh,
1955.
Gosh.
In 1956 in the state.
And 30 cents for kids.
I know.
Holy cow.
I know. Can you imagine going to a concert for a festival for 60 cents?
Wow.
Only in the 50s and only in Texas. Speaking of Texas, another Texas guy, Buddy Holly, 1956 on this day, for Buddy Holly's first single, Blue Days, Black Nights, was released. The track was later featured on That'll Be the Day, the third album from Buddy Holly.
Wow.
On the Decca label.
Yeah.
64, The Stones.
Right.
First album was released on this day in the UK. Went to number 1. 2 weeks later, stayed on the chart for 40 weeks, with 11 weeks at number 1. Also on this day in 1964, the Beatles filmed the chase scenes for Hard Day's Night.
The Beatles, really? They did something on this day.
They did something on this day. John Lennon blew his nose, and Paul McCartney wiped his butt.
Who farted?
Exactly. So we can't do one. I was there's a series. I think it's a History Channel series. Or no, I think it was produced for CNN called The 60s.
Okay, yeah.
And it's on Netflix right now. And there was a segment about the Beatles on there, and there was a talk about how because the Beatles wrote their own songs, that was really novel. No, it's not
back then. Yeah.
And this is one of the things.
Because you had songwriters, and you would say, yeah.
But this is one of the reasons, because a lot of people don't realize the Stones, their first few records were a lot of covers,
right?
And the Beatles did covers too, but so that really kind of encouraged other musicians to go ahead and write and record their own music. On this day in 1967, Cream appeared on Daily Express Record Star Show at the Empire Pool in Wembley, England. Do you remember the song, The Israelites? Remember that song?
Do it again?
The Israelites.
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, it's a cool song. It's by Desmond Decker, but it was a Desmond Decker and the Aces were number 1 on the singles charts with this in 1969.
Wow.
We'll jam on it afterwards.
Okay.
1970, Led Zeppelin's single "Whole Lotta Love" was certified gold in the U.S. after selling over 1 million copies. ELO, the Electric Light Orchestra,
right then,
made their debut at the Fox and Graham.
Oh, really?
In Croydon, London.
Oh,
Hello. Performed to accommodate former Move members by Roy Wood and Jeff Lynne's desire to create a modern rock and pop song with a classical bit of overtones. In 1972, on this day, Pink Floyd appeared at the Township Auditorium, Columbia, and the typical set list on this Dark Side of the Moon tour was The Dark Side of the Moon. They played the entire record. 73 on this day, during his Ziggy Stardust World Tour, David Bowie appeared at the Kobe. In Japan, okay, in 1973, this day, Paul McCartney's first television Paul McCartney got Botox. No, Paul McCartney's first television special, James Paul McCartney was aired in America on the ABC network.
1973.
1976, Aerosmith played at the Kiel Auditorium in St. Louis, the first date of their 76-date North American Rocks tour. Do you remember this?
277.
Do you remember this? We should. No. Don't give up on us, baby. David Soul, one half of the TV cop show Starsky and Hutch, went to number 1 on the U.S. Singles Charts with Don't Give Up on Us.
It wasn't a bad song.
That was cool.
Yeah.
And 83, Bonnie Tyler went to number 1 on UK charts with her debut album. Our only chart topper was Faster Than the Speed of Night.
Oh, look at that.
85, during the North American leg of their Unforgettable Fire Tour, U2 played the first of 3 nights at the Centrum in Worcester.
Boys from Dublin.
1893, David Lee Roth was arrested in New York's Washington Square for allegedly buying a $10 bag of marijuana, which in this day probably he would not even be.
No.
Yeah, it could be legal.
Maybe he has anxiety. He has a medical card.
He would have a medical card. He would go to Walgreens.
Hey, how you doing? I'm here for my prescription.
The Loudini Rock and Roll Circus is not affiliated in any way with Walgreens.
No, or David Lee Roth. However,
or affiliated with marijuana.
We're willing to talk to David Lee Roth. I'm just saying.
I like David Lee. Diamond Dave.
Hey, right here in front of you.
Okay, more Paul McCartney. No, we're done with that.
No, we're done with Paul.
Prince had his 94 had his first UK number 1 hit with The Most Beautiful Girl in the World. 96, Kiss appeared in full makeup on the 38th Grammy Awards, where they announced a reunion tour.
Oh my gosh.
This is very interesting. I may digress for a second.
Sure.
Gene Simmons talks about this in his book Kiss and Make Up, and he says that it had been a really long time since they had done the whole thing with the makeup.
Right.
And,
I remember. Yeah.
And he says they were asked to come on to the Grammy Awards and present.
Okay.
They weren't there to win anything. They were there to present. Right. But they asked if they would come out in full makeup and present. And they were backstage. And he says people from all different styles of music. Willie Nelson, Dionne Warwick, Bruce Springsteen, all would walk by their dressing rooms and give them thumbs up.
Nice.
When they walked out, everybody was there, all kind of different artists from different genres, from blues and jazz and rock, all applauded as they were walking on to from backstage. So people backstage were already playing. When they came out, it brought the house down.
I bet.
And so it was people were really excited.
I'll have to look for that on YouTube.
Yeah,
man.
people
That's
were
awesome.
really excited to see that sort of thing come back.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because on the Facebook feed earlier, I saw that they just announced a 35-city tour this year.
There they go.
They're still going.
I
might have to go see that, man.
I know. In 2005, OK Computer by Radiohead was voted the best album of all time in a poll by UK TV station.
All time.
I mean, I don't know how you decide that.
Time.
I don't know how you decide that.
All time.
I thought the best album of all time, I thought it was Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
I have to agree with you.
Well, that just goes to show what a dumb I am.
Mm-hmm. Stupid head.
You're a stupid head.
What we're going to do is we're going to play...
yes, do it.
We're going to play another song.
Yes, we are.
And this is an artist called Ash Grunwald. Grunwald.
I don't think he says it like that.
No, he doesn't say it like that. He's actually Australian. Fresh off the back of his body-thumping set at Blues Fest Byron Bay and Port Fairy Musical Festival, Ash is a man at the long peak of an incredible career, already setting 2016 ablaze. He heads west in April 8th, 9th to throw down the tone and continue a dynamic year ahead. That's from his website. It's ashgrunwald.com. That is ASHGRUNWALD.
Yes.
So you want to hear what all the hubbub is about?
I want to
Kevin?
hear it, man.
Well, you're going to hear it, man.
Play
because
that funky music.
I'm going to tell you, man. You're going to rock to this.
I want to hear it.
This is from his album Now. This is called River Ash Grunwald on the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. Check this out, man. This is some serious stuff.
And everybody live downstream. We live together and everybody live downstream. One people, one planet, one circumstance. One mom, one love, one second chance. We live together and everybody live downstream. And they call you an activist. Because you want your drinking water clean. And they call you an activist. Call you radical. And your friend want a part of it. We live together and everybody live downstream. Don't try to tell me that the river won't stop, no. But you the fool like the ocean. Don't tell me that the river won't stop, no. Sometimes I get the little. Don't try to tell me that the river won't stop, no. But you the fool like the ocean. Try to tell me that the river won't stop, no. Sometimes I get the little. And everybody live downstream. We live together and everybody live downstream. One people, one planet, one circumstance. One mom, one love, one second chance. We live together and everybody live downstream. And they call you an activist. Call you radical, and they call you a terrorist. We live together, and everybody live downstream. Don't try to tell me that the river won't stop, no. Do what you used to do like the ocean. Don't try to tell me that the river won't stop, no. Sometimes I get a little bit. Don't try to tell me that the river won't stop, no. You do what you used to do like the ocean. Don't try to tell me that the river won't stop, no. Sometimes I get a little bit more, you know.
Ash Grunwald.
Wow.
For 12 years, Ash Grunwald has been at the forefront of success in the Australian music scene.
No kidding.
Nominated for 6 ARIA Awards and 3 AP RA Awards, winning 2 of the latter. Off the back of his latest album Now, produced by Nick Didia, the world continued to deliver opportunities on a global level, taking him back also into the recording studio, this time in L.A. with some of the world's biggest blues legends. So you definitely want to check this guy. This guy's a very cool song. What do you think about that, man? I mean, that was a very cool
I
sound.
like that. I like that the description rather at the beginning when you said body thumping. You know, and that's it, man.
Yeah.
That music is body thumping.
So go to ashgrunwald.com.
Yes.
It's ASHGRUNWALD.com.
Yeah.
Go to Ben Coolen Music, BENCOOLEN music.com. And don't forget our boy that opened us up here today.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Get me to his website now. There it is. There it is.
What are you doing? You're all over the place.
Andy Frasco. ANDYFRASCO. You are listening. That's AndyFrasco.com.
Yeah.
Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. Thank
Three
our-
great artists this
Yes,
week, man.
yes.
Wow.
So check them all out. Go do and listen to everything they have.
Yes.
And be excited about it. Real quick, happy birthday shout outs before we roll the hell out of here. Do you Rudy Pompili was the saxophone player with Bill Haley.
Bill
in the comics.
Haley in the comics,
Yeah,
yeah.
this day in 1924. And Bobby, I have to say a shout out to Bobby Vinton because he's from my hometown,
Yeah.
Canonsburg, PA. Happy birthday.
Happy
She
birthday.
wore blue
Velvet. See, we know that, man.
Wow.
From Canonsburg, Pennsylvania.
Yes,
Bobby
Dusty
Vinton, happy
Springfield, happy birthday.
Oh, Dusty.
Did you know that Jerry Rafferty was the singer in Steelers Wheel?
I think I did.
I did not know that. But
I think I did know that,
He was
yeah.
born on this day in 1947. Most known for the
Stuck
Baker
in
Street.
the middle with you.
Right.
But also...
Baker Street.
nice.
That was his big hit
That's
as a
it.
solo artist. Let's see here. Bull Spooner, a.k.a. Sputnik, the guitarist for the
Oh,
Tubes.
the Tubes. Yeah,
She's
yeah.
a beauty. Okay, born on this day, John Bentley, the bass guitarist for
yes.
Squeeze.
Oh, mad props to him because I had to learn a couple of Squeeze songs for the band. So, yeah. But thanks, John.
Born on this day,
Thanks,
Peter
John.
Garrett, Australian musician, environmentalist, activist. He became a singer with the Australian rock band
yeah.
Midnight Oil.
Yes.
Born on this day, Dave Perner, vocals, guitars from Soul Asylum.
Yeah.
Runaway train, never going back there. Remember that?
And do you remember the video? They had all the missing kids,
yeah.
and they found one of the kids because of the video.
Nah,
Did you-
that's
that is
propaganda.
that is true. Lou,
And one more. Selena, remember Selena?
Yeah.
And she was killed by her assistant
by
or
her
whatever.
assistant, yeah,
And then
yeah.
I like the movie with Jennifer Lopez. You see the movie? It's
I
a
have
fun
not seen the movie, but
yeah, it's
yeah.
cool. Yeah. So happy birthday.
happy-
Rest in peace, Selena.
Yes.
You are listening to Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. Okay, I want you to check this out for a second.
Yeah.
I'm going to back this up. I want you to hear a little bit of this.
All right, go ahead.
Jeff Healey.
The late greats.
Yeah, this is a posthumous release.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, and this is his latest
Oh, it
record.
is from March 2006.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
There is not a bad song on this record. It's
Wow,
called
man.
"Heal My Soul" by Jeff Healey. You can check out my review on bluesrockreview.com. I begged my editor to give this 10 out of 10. I was like,
Really?
It is so good. First of all, I was expecting it to be kind of like, oh no, you
posthumous,
know, I mean, they're going to go pull out a bunch of
scrape the
B-sides.
bottom of the
and-
barrel, yeah.
But this record, first of all, the song selection's fantastic. He's on fire. It's some of his best playing ever. And it's so well produced. It sounds like he just made this yesterday.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound
Listen to
old
that, yeah.
or anything. It has a really now sound. It's absolutely fantastic. There isn't a bad song on it. You should definitely check it out. It's "Heal My Soul" by Jeff Healey. You're listening to Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. That's LoudiniRockandRollCircus.com.
Yeah.
If you want to support what we're doing here, go to supportindierock.com. Thank our sponsor, Positively Pittsburgh Live Magazine.
Grazie.
PPLmag.com, Ben Coolen, Ash Grunwald, and Andy Frasco.
Yes.
All the artists we played today, so we want to give them props, and you want to get out there and support them. Anything you'd like to add, Kevin, before we roll?
Just a
the heck out of
reminder,
here?
you can contact Pittsburgh Kevin at pittsburghkevin@gmail.com. That's Pittsburgh with an H. And send him an email. If you want him to talk about a particular subject, please let him know. He's crazy. He'll do it. But but other than that, nope, that's it, man.
All right, guys. Friend us on social media. Lou Lombardi, Pittsburgh, or Lombardi, Kevin O'Connor.
Pittsburgh Lou?
Pittsburgh Lou.
Oh, no.
And so friend us on social media. We're friendly guys. We'd like to get to know you.
Oh, yeah, man.
Guys, thanks so much for listening. That is Loudini, rockandrollcircus.com, and we'll catch you on the next podcast.
See ya!